Hello, welcome back. Let's go ahead and exit this subway, and I think we have to get to the. Oh wait, the Parliament Tower. All right, I'm ready to get out of New York City and get back to the FBI agent. I feel like this segment's been pretty long, mostly because I had.
Parliament Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Well, like I was saying, it's mostly me not understanding the mechanics and trying to figure out what the game is trying to tell me with its whole like I don't know. There's a lot of manipulation with time and place and light with this game. Like I know that that stops me from going into the subway, but does that give me something to put somewhere else, or you want me to get the phone?
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Hmm. I don't think I ever went down here. Ooh, I didn't. There's something. Okay. There's two words of power I can grab. Here's one. Okay. Um, Max health, restore from safe havens. I'm in a world of power. I guess safe havens. I guess it's also check the board.
This new plot beat would carry me deeper into the story.
Derailed train? The art of waking Alice. Parliament Tower had manifested itself here, my hometown in New York. Full of trepidation, I went there. Okay. Yeah, we got that. We'll just make sure we're not losing any items. And I want to get the other word of power. Coo. Hmm. 1 second. This thing looks like it was lit up. What is this? Ah, nice little save area. So the other Where to power is pretty close. Just kind of cross that way and look at the street.
Time loses meaning here. How long have I been trying to escape? Long enough for Alice to think I'm dead.
Let's clear these dudes out. And look for this word. Am I good? Alright, where's this thing at? Found it. Maybe I'll be able to save battery more. What else is there? So there's like a little conversation. I guess that's the phone booth?
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that
The
put
hell?
her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
You didn't even get me that time, game. I was ready for it.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
What a weird house.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
Oh no, Alice! Hang on, I'm looking around for stuff.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Hang on, let me go interact with that door before I touch anything else.
Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How
Okay.
did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? The door was locked. Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe she kept the memory card in the fridge.
Alice's memory card.
Where is their fridge? Is this a fridge?
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Okay.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Okay. A lot of exposition in that episode. I'm going to skip this interlude and continue on for a bit.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Seriously, what's going on with the synchronized
Mr.
sipping?
Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours.
I have my own theory.
What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Okay.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
I have a running theory that the reason they keep sipping at the same time, more than just like a physical gag, I think they are two parts of the same whole in some way. Like imagine Alan Wake is actually talking to a psychologist this whole time. Like and then we're personified as an FBI agent and also the character that he wrote. I don't know. This game will unravel as it goes, I'm sure, but I have a feeling there's a lot of like overarching themes going on here with psychology and yeah, not taking things for face value.
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
Oh, okay. Just like that, huh? They have it?
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
What does he have to hide? Seriously. I think he's confused. Also, I love the idea of like it's just a MacGuffin. Like you gotta find the clicker. Okay. Oh boy, got a lot of things here. All right, start at the bottom, I guess.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Where is the clicker? Cult of the tree is in possession of the clicker. Right? Cases. Cult of the tree. Oh, the same thing. Kind of cult psychology, maybe? No. Cult goals. Working with or for someone?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Okay. The story.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Wouldn't you like to know? Dang, there's a lot of things to add to this one.
That's it.
Yay. There is an entity inside the dark place called the Dark Presence. Scratch and the dark place are interchangeable. Flashlight seems to weaken taken. Is that not part of the rules of the place? What is that? Some kind of manuscript?
Right.
Wake. In the form of Scratch, the Dark Presence is editing Wake's story, wants to turn the world into a nightmare.
Think, Saga.
Wake was trapped in the dark place for 13 years. Fiction coming into contact with the dark place has the power to change reality. Okay. Fiction. Oh, maybe? How does the story change reality? Right. Uh, must get the clicker before Scratch with it. Story can be changed. Maybe that's how you stop it. If we don't stop it, Scratch will use the story to permanently change reality. Hmm. Wake says that the dark place can be accessed from the bottom of the cauldron.
Nah.
Dark place. Okay.
The dark place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake.
Some other strange reality. Okay, hang on. Okay.
Makes sense. The dark place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Wild stuff.
Yeah, it is wild. What's this witch thing here? Enter the cauldron. Lake overlap by reciting the poem. As the overlap needed a push from both directions to manifest itself, reality eroded by repeating dark lore. Uh, okay. Need one more, I guess? Alright. Probably up here. Oops. Wait. Nursery rhymes.
Creepy dolls. Mysterious rhymes. No weirder than anything else going on, I guess.
Oh my god, so many.
Think.
I'm trying to think. Questions are so vague and like similar to the other questions that I don't know. I don't even care at this point. An email from a dude. Probably the same one. Maybe not. Maybe it's the who or the why.
The FBC is definitely playing with things they don't fully understand. And that always goes well.
Alright. Okay. We caught up on all of our cases. We got a lot of them. Profiling. Let's just get inside Alan Wake's head.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
I have a feeling that Wake is still in New York and this guy in front of us is Scratch, maybe.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here.
They're in my left pocket,
This
right
is
here.
all I have. Be careful with them.
Right in the trash.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
Alright, let's button this up here.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
From now on, you can switch between Alan and Saga's stories via the bucket in the janitor's break room. Feel free to play in whatever order you choose. What in the heck? So you can just go back and forth? Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break here, and we'll probably keep on playing as Saga. We played as Wake for a while there, so we'll play as her for a while. Alright, see you next time.